Hi. Happy Friday. Who is excited about the double bachelorette season that's about to start? Guilty pleasure. Right here. Right here. This mama. Guilty pleasure. Double bachelorette. All these people making out and in really fancy, slinky, swanky bathing suits. I just love it. Who else loves it? Who else loves it? All right. We're going to play a fun game when people come on. When you're on, please say hello. I'm going to do something fun. Please say hello as you join and give me a win. I'm going to take a little swig of water. Hello. Hello, Meg. Hello, whoever else is on. Say hello as you come on and give me a win if you would. I love celebrating with you. We had a huge win this past week at RG Adoption Consulting. Not one match in a day, not two matches in one day, which would have been an amazing day, but 3 matches in one day, including one baby born. That, my friends, was an exciting day for our families. We also had some heartache. You know, it's this industry. It's just filled with ups and downs, no matter who's in it. We had a stillborn. The family was matched, and the mama gave birth, and it was stillborn, and that's heartbreaking for everybody. It's such a hard day. So my heart goes out to them and my prayers, and I just hope, I had a family in the past who same thing happened. They had a fall through, and they matched again, and mom had a stillborn. And so they basically 2 fall throughs, but they didn't give up. They got a $10,000 grant, and then they waited just with that one agency. But that agency came through with a baby born, and now they have actually 2 beautiful children. Trey, do you want to come say hi? Come say hi. We have a special guest coming to join me today. His name is, what's your name?
Trey.
No. You have to talk louder. This is the microphone right here.
Trey.
Trey what? What's your whole name?
Ow.
What's your whole name?
Trey Gruenspan.
Trey Milo Greenspan? Wait, I need you for something.
No, please.
Please tell these lovely people something about you.
I don't know.
That's what you have to look for. Okay. If you could see my office right now, it's Camp Central. My friend Gina said you're handsome. He's out. My friend said you're handsome. All right, Gina, I know that you'll play. I got my cards, not my newest cards, but I got the first deck that I got from this amazing person who sent it to me. All right, everybody play along. I'm going to shuffle these cards. These are affirmation cards. We'll talk about adoption too, but tell me when to stop, and then the card on top will be our affirmation for taking us through the weekend. So the first person who in the comments tells me to stop, I will stop, and this will be for all of us. Trey, you're not playing. All right. G. Fergie said stop. I'm pulling the top card. Ha. Let's see if you can read this. It's probably backwards for you. I deserve to relax. I deserve to relax. It's backwards? Well, I don't know how to do it otherwise. But it says, I deserve to relax. All right, Trey, leave me alone now. All right. Does anybody need to relax this weekend?
I need to.
Okay, I'm gonna shut my door now. Because he's just gonna bug me. All right. Yes. I need to relax too. So, anyways, my bedroom is camp. Let's see if you can't. You're gonna see all of my other shit. But anyways, it's Camp Central. My son leaves for overnight camp, not this weekend, but next weekend. And so my whole office is filled with piles of duffel bags, clothes, fans, bedding, all the things. He's 11 years old. He's going to turn 11 years old at camp. And so next weekend, I bid him adieu for almost a month. So we will be in Chicago next weekend to say goodbye to him. And then I will be spending a week in Chicago starting August 5th, because on August 6th, we are having an adoptive family retreat for our clients and our hopeful adoptive community. I'm so excited. We're expecting at least 50 people there, adults and children. And it's in Chicago. It's a one-day retreat, and I'm really excited for it. So anyways, if you are a client or in our hopeful adoptive community and you can make it to Chicago on August 6th, please do. If you have any questions about it, let me know. But I hope to see you guys in person. New Parents Academy said, sounds amazing. Speaking of which, I'm so glad you popped in, Valerie Trumbauer at New Parents Academy. I wanted to give you a shout out. I was planning to anyways today because I saw somebody in our hopeful community. And actually, Valerie, if you want to come to Chicago, we'd love to have you. Well, I'll put you to work. You can make some connections. I would love that. Can you make it to Chicago? Somebody in our hopeful community said something about not knowing a thing about newborns, right? And all the things. And so they shared a class that they were taking, but of course it made me think of New Parents Academy. For many of us, adopting a baby or bringing a baby into our lives for the very first time, we are probably clueless. And for many parents like me, I'm still clueless, just making it up as I go along. But New has an amazing class for parents of newborns, whether you are carrying a child or are adopting a child. She has a special adoption academy as well. That'd be awesome. Whitney said, I made a trip months ago to Chicago, but we won't be the 7th. Oh, darn, really? One day? Gosh, can you change it to the day earlier and just come a little late? That would be fun. Hey, Dev. One of our consultants just joined in. So anyways, if you are like, oh my God, I'm in the process of adopting, or I'm matched and I'm a little clueless on all the things, the different cries. Do I wake a sleeping baby? What diapers are the best? What do I do about formula? All those things. Valerie at New Parents Academy is your woman. Go look at, if you're on IG at New Parents Academy. Otherwise, Google it. So that's one. Okay, Whitney. So that's one. And she's having a free workshop. That's awesome. Okay. I already told you our win. I would love to hear a win from you guys from this past week. So you're welcome, Valerie. Tell me a win in the comments right now. You can hashtag win or just write it in there if you're not into the hashtags. I want to celebrate with you. I just shared with you our G's win, which was 3 matches in one day this week, which was amazing. And then another one of my win is getting my son prepared for camp and getting all the stuff together. So those are my wins. Couple other wins too, small wins about my weekend in Chicago, which I'm really excited about. But what is a win for you? Speaking of which, and I'm curious, Valerie, if you would agree, we asked in our client community. I am still waiting for some wins to show up. Okay, I got my first one. Whitney said, an expectant mom is considering us. We're one of 3 families left for consideration. All the good vibes, please. Yes, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, Whitney. Good luck. I hope it's you guys. And Valerie said they enjoyed a fun week at the beach. Awesome. So we asked in our client community for our family's favorite baby floats, for the pool. And by far, Mambo Baby was mentioned, as well as Infant Swim Rescue. But then another one of our families said, in her swim class, the coach said, none. Don't use baby floats. It's better to stay near them without a float and get them used to being in the water and learning all the skills without relying on the floaties, because using floats makes them more scared of the water. So go at their pace with them and just teach them how to swim and get used to the water without floats. So what do you think, Valerie? So we had Mambo Baby, Infant Swim Rescue, and Natural. Do you have any thoughts on that? If you have any questions, please jot them in the comments. I'm still waiting on more wins because I know more of you are there. We all have to celebrate all the little wins. Even if we had a shitty week, we probably had something good. Even if it's my roses in my backyard smell so great and I just stopped and smelled them and enjoyed them. Or I keep seeing cardinals and blue jays in my backyard. It is so important, you guys, to recognize the good things that are happening in our daily lives, because that is the energy that we are putting out. Valerie said, it's not always possible to be holding the baby the entire time you're in the pool. Of course, I agree. But I think there's something to both. Our son's swim coach, Whitney said no floaties after they're mobile for reasons you mentioned, but that it's okay when they aren't mobile as long as they're in the swim position. In those situations, some kind of flotation device is helpful, Valerie says, but of course you can't take your eyes off the baby for even a second. Amen. Amen to that. Okay, so wins. I hope that if you're watching and Whitney likes the Mambo Baby, that you will share a win with us today. Someone said by next week, we'll be approved for adoption assistance from my husband, from your husband's company. That's huge and amazing. I have supportive, amazing people in my life. #win. Sorry, my little one was tugging on me. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate it. I don't know what you are. Lynn Wenzel 55. Thank you. And Gina as well. You do. Sweet. Awesome. It just makes us feel good. And sometimes we forget to recognize all the little wins in our lives to keep us going. I also wanted to talk about long matches. So the question often comes up, is it good or is it bad to match with a long match? And the answer is there really isn't, from my own little tests that I did, there was really no correlation to fall throughs, to higher fall throughs with a long match versus a short match. They can happen equally with either one. And I think I've talked about this before, but it's worth mentioning again. The positives of a long match are that you can really develop a beautiful bond with your child's first mother. And you can be there for the milestones if she will allow you. Typically, if she wants to match so early, she probably wants you involved in some way. So that can be a really great thing to be able to tell your child, we went to all your, we went to some appointments, we saw you on the ultrasound, we were there supporting your birth mom the whole way. We really got to know each other, and you develop a trust. So that's a big positive. A negative is that if there is a fall through, you have just waited a really long time, and you've just put a lot of energy, emotional energy into this match, and it's harder to bounce back quickly. It's harder to recover quicker after a failed match if you've been matched for a long time than it is if you had a quicker match and it fell through quickly. I feel like it's easier to move on from a quicker match and then fall through than it is for a longer one. Sometimes there is also more money to lose if it is a longer one, but surprisingly enough, I don't always see the correlation with financials between a long match and a short match. There should be, and sometimes there is, but every agency does things different. Speaking of financials, so most agencies, 9 out of 10 agencies, are going to pay expectant mother expenses or birth mother expenses prior to placement, prior to birth, and then post placement. So when you're asking about financials and you're asking what the financial risk is, ask how much is being spent when it says birth mother expenses are $10,000. Well, of that $10,000, how much of that is being spent prior to placement versus post placement? Usually she will get support for about 6 weeks post placement. Hope that makes sense. Does anybody else have questions that they have for me? Otherwise, I will stop now with that. Encourage you to continue thinking about all those small wins. One a day. Stop at the end of your day and say, what was my win today? That's going to help you get into the right mindset, even on your adoption journey. You want to continue being in this hopeful, positive mindset because everything can bring you down. It is, oh, Kelsey, thank you for bringing up my nails. How could I let today pass? Today was nail day. And I think you can see that. You can see it more on Facebook, but the little flowers. And I don't know if you can see it, but I have a little bit of glitter on the ends there. Thank you. I never used to get into nail art, although I loved it on other people, but I would never spend the money on it. I'm like, that's dumb. I'm so practical. And then I got it once, and little things like that give me such joy that I was like, you know what? It is worth spending the extra, I don't know, $15, $10, whatever it is, to give me the joy that it gives me all week long, or all 2 weeks until I get the next one. And I'm so excited to sign in with you soon. Yay! I am more positive than my husband. He thinks we will have a long wait due to our age. Can I ask what your age is? Let me know, and then I'll give you a little bit of insight. I hope it's hopeful insight, but let me know your age. And I'm really excited. I hope that you will work with us if it's a good fit and if we can work with you. So I'm hanging on for a second until our Lynn, whoever you are, 41, and soon he will be 50. Okay, don't wait. You're good. You're fine. So a lot of agencies have this rule of a combined age of 100, but are usually cool if at least one person is under 50. Don't wait though, since he's on the cusp of 50. Sign up soon and let's get going. The more open you are, the better. It's also going to depend on. All right, so here's the thing. I don't know if you've had a call with us yet or not, but since you asked, and a lot of people always ask, how do we get started and stuff? So let me talk about who we will work with and who we don't feel like it's fair to work with. So if you are single and 50 or over, We are having a really difficult time. And by the way, this is not our own personal feelings. We would work with all of you, and 4 years ago, it was a very different ballgame, and it'll change again. But we are of the mindset that we don't want to take your money if we really don't think you have a great chance of being chosen, or that your expectations aren't realistic. We don't, I mean, I could easily take your money, but I don't want to do that. I want to be realistic. So if you're 50 or older and single, unfortunately, we cannot work with you. If you're from New York, right now we can't. I'm hoping that that will change again. We used to be. As things start to kind of even out again, that might change. But right now, no New York. If you are a couple, and you're both 50 or over, it probably will not be a good fit. Unless you're African American or biracial, where all that, we can always take an African American or biracial couple because there is such a need. As long as somebody's under 50, that's great. Racial preferences, either open to all races and or being open to daily opioid use. You have to be one or the other for us to work with you. Again, we just want to be realistic. So either you have to be open to all races, or you have to be open to daily opioid use. One or the other, preferably both. That'll increase your chances. So hopefully you fit in there and we can work with you. And as far as lesbian couples, we have been doing one in, one out. So as soon as one of our lesbian couples takes placement, we will bring on another one. We have a lot of same-sex couples. Our gay couples, we have no problems with. Our gay couples match fairly quickly. Our lesbian couples, for some reason, have a harder time. My thought process is that, there's more moms in the picture versus with a gay couple, birth mom will always be the only mom. So I have some thoughts about that too, and how to address it if you are a lesbian couple. The good news is, in the past month, we've had 2 placements with lesbian couples, and we hadn't in over a year. So I think things are starting to normalize again, which is great. I hope that you're still able to work with us, because it is a privilege to work with every single one of our families, and we don't take it lightly. We pour ourselves into our families. So, all right. Hope that helps. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the nice weather if you are going to have it. My heart goes out to families from Highland Park, from the Chicagoland area, from the tragic occurrence on 4th of July. It just has consumed my being for the last week. And for anyone else who is experiencing trauma and loss, my heart goes out to you. I continue to hold hope for you. And remember, our affirmation for the week is, I deserve to relax. I think that's backwards for you, but I deserve to relax. Okay? All of you go relax for the weekend. Love ya. Bye.